And as they gear up for this challenge on the road to look at the Cavaliers, these guys mean business. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The tall buildings of downtown Boston lighting up the nighttime sky. Broadcasting live, 2K Sports presents the NBA. It's Monday night. This is Kevin Harlan along courtside with Brent Barry and Greg Anthony. We've got David Aldridge on our sideline. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll tip off a homestand starting with the Houston Rockets. And then on Thursday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the San Antonio Spurs.
And for that Raptors game, they have that date circled. They love to compete, and they feel they can play very well against that group if they can execute.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, the maturity and poise of a young Jason Tatum has often been talked about. Maybe that's because his parents prepared him for the NBA from an early age in St. Louis. They had pretend press conferences using a hairbrush as the microphone. As you can say, he's been groomed for this, and it's paying off. Guys?
Yeah, they dotted every I and crossed every T. David, thank you. Halfway through the season here, Brent, how do coaching staffs shake things up and keep things fresh over the long 82-game season?
I think coaches who are really smart, Kevin, can be a bit programmable where they're looking ahead at the schedule and saying there are blocks of games here in which we might try to change some of our defensive schemes, maybe over this 10-game stretch or 5-game stretch. Or
to keep things fresh or to...
Yeah, because you can only do it on the mental side. As much as we talk about guys getting rested and sitting out games for maintenance issues and load management and those kind of things, the tweaks that you can make on the floor in terms of a couple of new sets on offense or defensively, let's make this challenge for the next few months, will grow the foundation of what coaching staffs are capable of doing with that team as they go on.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Assman and Love are the forwards. Colin Sexton is out there with Exum, and it's Henson in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Boston, Walker and Smart the guards. Daniel Tice out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Cantor in at the center, locking down the middle. And so it's the Celtics getting on the board first. Pass to Henson, stolen by Cantor. Walker the pass to Tatum. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Now Exum. Love finds Sexton. Back to Love. 5 to shoot. It's tipped. Outside, Smart. Good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
For a guy who's still working on his range, love to see Smart attacking on the interior.
And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 5-point game. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Knocked away. And now the fast break Exum with the ball. The shot by Sexton, no good.
He creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just can't get it to go. Even with the defense, not really a factor.
And they are very comfortable running their offense through Walker. And you can see why. Drops a sick dime right there. That pass was right on the money.
Here's Sexton after the basket by Boston. Love outside. Now here's Sexton, guarded by Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Henson. Back to Love. trying to get something going. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone in the rotation played solid, and the bench was the difference.
Well, the second unit came in last game and just played lights out basketball. I'm sure they'd like to do that again.
Now here's Smart, and there's the bucket from Tatum.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. Moves on moves. Greg, that's Jason Tatum.
I mean, this guy's a natural isolation scorer. Jab steps, crossovers, turnarounds, fadeaways. He's got an awful lot in his bag. And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Smart. He's right around 9 points a night, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
And now the first timeout called here for Boston. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
Sexton kicks to Love. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. They can't stop the run with that one.
You know, he might want to think about deferring for a while. He's had his chances this quarter, but just not able to convert.
Here's Tice. Cavaliers with the rebound. 10 points separating the teams. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, Sexton the pass to Henson. Back to Sexton. The pass to Osman. Pulls it from 20. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Boston. Pass to Canner. Kicks it to Smart. Back to Canner. Over Henson. Love grabs the board.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
And it's Exum. That time on the assist by Sexton. Exum's got it back down to single digits for Cleveland. For Boston, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Passes it to Tatum. And no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And it's Exum in the corner. Takes the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Exum's got 5 now. Celtics leading by 5. Outside, Walker. Pass to Smart. Back to Walker. Lets it go with a 3. Smart misses.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
There's the pass to Osman. Back to Sexton. Pass to Henson. Shoots over Walker. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Sexton realizing that one of his guys is wide open, and that court awareness, he was able to get it to him.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
And we get a chance to check out the numbers for Kemba Walker. Over the last 10 games or so, he's really shown up. 11th in scoring, 15th in steals, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Now here's Tatum. 20 points for him last game against Denver.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around it, just his effort level was off the charts.
Now Exum following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep. Love. He goes up again. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Whether as a starter or a defensive asset off the bench, Henson's willing to play whatever role the team needs him to.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
He misses the free throw. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Daniel Tice. That one is no good.
And last year, not only did the Cavs fail to return to the finals, they only won 19 games.
Yeah, and they won 50 games the year before without Kyrie. That's how much LeBron James meant to this franchise. He defines the word irreplaceable.
Very rare for players to be elite defenders from the moment they set foot in the NBA, but that was the case for Marcus Smart. A tremendous physicality to go with a pit bull disposition has made him downright scary at times at that end of the floor.
And that one falls for Smart. You know, Greg, defense a given for Marcus Smart. The growth necessary for him has been at the offensive end.
And now, finally making progress as a three-point shooter. Had already made strides with his passing. He's becoming quite the two-way player.
Love with the buckets.
And how about that exhale there? Finally gets one to fall through 6 attempts.
Here's Smart. He has 5. Outside, Walker. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
And he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Now, here's Sexton. Coming off a stellar performance against Philadelphia. Passes to Love. 6 to shoot. Sexton with it. Working on Walker. The shot by Sexton, no good.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And as a wing player, Hayward's just so good at attacking the basket. I think that's a big part of what makes him special. Doesn't take much of an opening for Hayward to make his move.
Now, here's Sexton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. The rebound by the Celtics. Cantor's got his 5th rebound in this one. Shakes him. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That's on Dante Exum. Seems like nearly everyone, Brent, can shoot the 3. Records being broken every year. How long do you think this age of shooting is going to last?
The tipping point, I'm not sure where that is, but the fact that the Houston Rockets in the past 2 seasons have done what it is that they've done, shooting more 3s than 2s for 2 consecutive seasons, is just a mind-boggling thing to me, Kevin. I
But
think.
where has it gotten?
Well, I think that we're kind of at
The tipping
maximum.
point.
I think we are at the tipping point. I don't know how much more you can do, but the teams that are seeing those other teams having success with it are trying to emulate it.
They are.
Without the talent that you have. So the next few years are going to be interesting to see how it is or where it is that a transformative player maybe brings the game back towards inside the three-point line, or what strategies change to create even more three-point shots.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
Now here's Porter. He's coming off a 10-point game against Philadelphia.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
Wanamaker looking over the floor. Smart passes to Hayward. Over Nance. Nance with some nice D.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
And the jam by Larry Nance.
This is a nice connection with Larry Nance Jr. Throw it his way. He'll take care of the rest.
Here's Wanamaker, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Porter against Brown. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And for Jaylen Brown, part of the challenge last season, especially with the return of Gordon Hayward, was meeting the high expectations, Greg, in a reduced role.
Competition for minutes, and then early on, he struggled. We all see the potential, but it's really about seizing the moment every time you're on the court. Shooting two.
First free throw is good. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, receding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive, as relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
And here is Dellavedova. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Cavaliers 4th.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
First one falls for him. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Celtics leading by 8. Here's Wanamaker. No points in the game yet for him. And here's Brown outside. Connects from three-point range.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Now here is Dellavedova. D right on him. And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That is his first foul of the game. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. They trail by 11. Garland the pass to Zizic.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Celtics on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Here's Wanamaker. Feeds to Williams. Over Garland. Shot's good by Williams.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
So it's the Cavaliers now after the basket by Boston. Porter looking it over. Just 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Garland. Here's Zizic. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Here's Wanamaker. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Brown outside. He kicks it to Hayward. No good on the 3. And it's Dellavedova with the ball. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. 11-point game. With some arc. The shot, no good. So the Celtics will take it the other way. Here's Wanamaker. Defended by Dellavedova. Here's Brown. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, if you walked in at any point during this game to watch 5 minutes of play, one team played harder. We know who that was.
Here is Porter following the basket by Jaylen Brown. Zizic. It's deflected. They get it back. The shot's good from Nance. Celtics leading by 11. We've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Brown down low. Defended by Dellavedova. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Outside Porter. And stolen by Hayward. With 2 seconds left. Can't hit that one. And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Gordon Hayward reunited with his college coach Brad Stevens. He said they go way back.
Our relationship started when I was in high school. He came to my morning workouts and really recruited me at Butler and was kind of the first guy that I think believed in me that I could make it to the next level.
And I'm sure, Greg, that relationship played a big role in Hayward deciding to join the Boston Celtics.
And not just a connection, but a respect. Hayward now a veteran in this league, while Stevens has moved into the conversation for one of the better young coaches in our league.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, we've seen the Celtics really take control here.
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Boston, Brown and Hayward, they're the wings. Then it's Williams. And it's Poirier in at the center position. Here's Dellavedova following the bucket by the Celtics. The dish to Porter. There's the triple. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
Well, you look at Tice. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
So there you go. And as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a fantastic competition. We'll keep you updated on the voting.
No doubt it's going to be a good one, Kevin. We've got players on that list who'll do things that you didn't even think were possible.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, if you were going to lose Kyrie Irving, why not replace him with Kemba Walker? The Celtics brought Walker in from Charlotte last offseason, and it looks like he's going to pay off big time in Boston. The Celtics didn't exactly do what they wanted the last couple of years, but with Walker and Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum and a hopefully healthy Gordon Hayward, Celtics aren't exactly going to be in the lottery anytime soon either.
Well, you're right on that, D.A. They're still stocked, and we love Walker. He'll, I think, mix well with this team. Thank you. And so it's Boston with it, following the score by Cleveland. Clock is at 3, and that's a foul called on Ante Zizic. That's his first foul.
In a coaching hire by the Cavaliers that caught most off guard, John Beilein had led the Michigan Wolverines for 12 seasons, their all-time leader in coaching wins.
Well, there was also talk the year prior about John Beilein joining the Detroit Pistons organization, so finally making the jump to the NBA, where it's a much different challenge. It's going to be very interesting to see how it is that Coach Beilein implements a lot of his offensive schemes that were so successful in college.
Well, guys, you talk about players coming in and with a huge impact. Jason Tatum showed he was more than ready to be an NBA star.
Rare do you see a player as polished and as impactful as Tatum. Stepped right in to be one of the top players on a top team with Boston. Fits their system perfectly, and really the sky is the limit for that young man.
And he can't get the first one. Brett, so many guys are now shooting from well beyond the arc. Who do you think has the deepest range in the league?
I think Steph Curry has the most consistent, deepest range.
Lillard is in that category.
Lillard is in there, and of course last year's playoff win will never go away in terms of what a great memory that was. Trae Young is now entering that category, Kevin.
Yeah,
I mean, we saw that at the end of last year. His fearlessness in pulling up from just about anywhere has been pretty remarkable. And to that, I will add one Brook Lopez, who has found his way well beyond the three-point line.
He's a whole nother conversation.
We'll talk about him later.
We'll do that. Sexton finds Nance.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now, here's Walker. Last game with 30 points. Pass to Brown. And there's the feed to Tatum. The rebound by Nance. Nance has got his 4th rebound in this one. Cleveland moving the ball around. Count it, and the Celtic lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Henson.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Walker with it. He's a solid producer, averaging nearly 22 points a game. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's his first foul. Enes Kanter's checked in for Boston. Smart comes in for Brown. Dante Exum, he's checked in for Cleveland. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Here's the lob to the hoop. A flawless finish on the alley-oop.
Beautiful job closing the gap here. Let's see if they can sustain this run.
Well, they've shown both effort and will to get back into this one, but can they finish this one off? Can't let up now.
Here's Tatum following the score by John Henson. Tatum dishes to Walker. Here's Kanter. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got his 4th assist in this one. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 13-5 run. And there's the pass to Exum. Kicks to Sexton. 6 on the shot clock. Stolen by Smart. Here's Tatum. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, nice job by Tatum inside. Very assertive. He's fantastic at putting the pressure on the D and consistently getting to the line.
And that one misses. Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. And he sinks the second.
Third pick in that 17 NBA draft after a strong rookie campaign. I think Tatum was going to be around for a while.
Here's Osman. A 14-point game for him in the win against the 76ers in Philadelphia. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Brent out of Macedonia, Jetty Osman, 24 years of age and second in minutes played for the Cavs last season.
Jetty, a lot of tumult around the team with his introduction to NBA basketball, but don't forget, a couple years playing pro in Europe and a top player on the Turkish national team. I think he's really ready for a bigger role with this organization.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Pass to Smart. Tatum on the wing. Back to Smart. And that's collected by Love.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Now, here's Sexton. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Osman. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And so the ball out of bounds. Henson touched it last.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for Tatum. He's around 18 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And very few players in the league can go out and produce like he has. Just a great stretch for him.
He keeps playing like this, and you know, in arenas, especially at home, when the star player is playing this well, those MVP chants come raining down.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Pass to Love. Back to Exum. Shot clock at 5. That's tipped. Love can't hit. Celtics leading by 5. Tatum wide open. He fires one. And it falls over the rim and in. Tatum's got 10 points in the game.
And really an advanced feel for scoring the basketball. Tatum picks and chooses his shots nicely.
For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Walker. Now Sexton. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Offensive rebound. Here's Love. Excellent D from Cancer.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Tice, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 7. And Sexton has it in the corner. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Tice with the ball. Working on Henson. Tice kicks to Smart. From deep, Walker. They get it back. Back to Cantor. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Cantor's got 6 points in the quarter.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Pass to Love. Back to Exum. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. From deep three-point range, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Love.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
Walker goes in. Here's Cantor. Cavaliers with the rebound.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Goes up, and Cantor throws it down.
And how about the quick hands there by Tatum? Terrific anticipation as he comes up with that steal and able to convert that defense into offense.
Here's Sexton. No points in the game yet for him. Timeout called, Cleveland.
The coaching staff in Cleveland really raved last year about the way that Colin Sexton worked. It's going to be really interesting with Coach Beeline as the head man this year in Cleveland, how he deploys Colin Sexton and what he asks him to do. Is he capable of taking this system and heading it up right away as they come out of training camp? An interesting thing to watch.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Porter's checked in. Boston on D. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And I remember at Alabama, Coach Avery Johnson tried to find ways to keep Sexton out of the gym at night. Johnson worried that Sexton would wear himself out.
Well, he's in the gym before practice, stayed late after practice. Off days was coming in, early mornings, late nights. I would call that motivation, Kevin, and all of that might have paid off with Sexton making his way to the NBA and having an impressive rookie season.
And so Sexton will bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 14. Shot to stop the run. That shot missing, and it's Boston the other way.
Yeah, this has been a night where you could look at his shooting and his performance, and it's affected the team. That's the bottom line.
Nice shot by Smart.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Walker. Porter against Tatum. The pass to Exum. Now Love. 4 on the clock. Here's Sexton. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Kemba Walker picks one up.
Well, the young bull, Colin Sexton, getting a lot of playing time in his rookie season. Allowed him to play through his mistakes, and that's what you hope for coming in.
And he makes the first. And even as the Cavaliers lagged at the very bottom of the standings, Greg, Sexton publicly described the season as fun. Would that bother you as a veteran?
Losing seasons, they suck. I mean, no other way to put it. I think he cares about winning, but keeping that positivity is probably the best approach.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, a great player on a great role, at the charity stripe, the D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Walker. He kicks it to Tatum. Back to Walker. And stolen by Sexton. And a wide open look for Porter. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Here is Hayward. The Cavaliers making the shot. Back to Walker for the three. The Cavaliers pull it in. Zizic has got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Tatum. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Zizic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. There's Porter with the three, and it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Porter's got it back down to within single digits for Cleveland. 1:10 left in the second quarter. Now here's Walker, defended by Sexton. And again, unable to change momentum here.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
Here's Poirier. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
A young guy with maturity, awareness, and a feel for the game. Tatum is special.
The Cavaliers trail by 11. Sexton the pass to Love. Kicks to Porter. Six on the shot clock. Hayward with some nice D.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out trying to win this game.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Cavaliers shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Now here's Sexton. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. Hayward kicks to Walker. Again, the Celtics good for 2. And so it's Boston. Their lead at 15 going into the break. Their defense has been active and effective. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with head coach Brad Stevens. Coach, what did you think was the main edge you had?
Well, I thought defensively we were a lot better, and then that led to some offense. But obviously, we're playing a bunch of skilled guys, and we're able to spread the floor, and that's helpful.
You have to make them work at both ends. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Things were going Boston's way from the beginning. A smoldering performance for them early as they shut down everything defensively and were clicking on offense, going 10-0 to start. After a well-executed first quarter, they held the lead by 11. Then in quarter number 2, they actually increased their intensity to pull further out in front, finishing with a double-digit advantage at the half. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
I love how they opened the game. They pushed the ball up court at every opportunity, and they put the defense on their heels. But it wasn't just a track meet. It was a well-thought-out strategy that the coaches had way beforehand. We'll see what adjustments get made to try to stop their transition game in the second half.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters, just disrupting everything.
Yeah, and that's exactly what he wanted to do out there. Everyone he guarded looked uncomfortable.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Tipping off the second half, here's John Beeline's 5. Ashman and Love are the forwards. Exum is out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Henson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And it's good, 2 points. Love's got the first basket of the second half here for the Cavs.
Well, he's taking it right at the defense as Kevin Love right now, sniffing out some offensive opportunities.
Pass to Tice. From past the arc. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Tice has got 8.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Now, here's Sexton. He's tightly guarded. Excellent D from Cantor. Celtics leading by 16. Smart passes to Walker. Back to Smart. Shoots over Henson. And it's Osman with the rebound. Cavaliers shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. Shoots. Nails the wide open jump shot. And Walker's got the ball here for Boston. Following this game, they'll hit the road to challenge the Pacers at Pacers Arena in Indianapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Now here's Smart. 9 points in the game so far. Powered down as the whistle blows. A 3-point play chance.
Leaping ability is off the charts. Not the biggest power forward, but outstanding at rising up off the ground.
The Celtics have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
That's good from Tice. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Exum deciding where to go with it. And Henson kicks to Love. That 3 off the mark. Celtics leading by 17. Walker bounce pass. Tatum. And it's off the back rim. No good. Exum passes to Osman. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Smart. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Terrific steal. Smart doesn't take a lot of chances, but knows when to pick his spot.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now.
And he pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. And here's Walker. Passes to Tatum. Back to Walker. Just 5 to shoot. And it goes down 2 points. Walker's got his 3rd basket of the night.
You got to shadow Walker. His mid-range game is on point.
Here's Sexton. Pass to Love. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Another shot. He doesn't hit that one. And it's Boston the other way. Here's Tice. And Henson sends it back.
Well, he's a great shot blocker. Henson still trying to bring the rest of his game up to that level.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Exum. Rebounded by the Celtics. Cantor's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Tatum drives in. And slam dunk by Tatum.
Like the execution there from Cantor. Usually likes to score, this time with the pass.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Exum with it. 5 points in the game. Love outside. Back to Exum. Love outside. And Henson kicks to Sexton. From deep. Cleveland keeps it going. A new 14-second shot clock. And John Henson with the slam.
Kevin Love, great recognition as to what was happening there. Saw the floor, saw the teammate, and saw the passing opportunity.
Walker looking for an opening. There's the three. Love grabs the board. Love's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
And the Cavaliers call time here. And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Williams, he's checked in for Cantor. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Marcus Smart.
A huge fan of how Tatum runs the floor. It's almost a lost art. Terrific when he's in attack mode, in transition, putting a lot of pressure on that defense.
So it's the Cavaliers now, following the bucket by the Celtics. Now, here's Exum. He's covered by Brown. The pass to Garland. Lets the three fly. And Boston with the rebound.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the dunk by Brown.
And just awesome speed from Brown, blasting off towards the bucket and slamming it down.
And so it's Cleveland with it. Here's Osman. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. It's rebounded by Tice. Tice has got his 4th rebound in this one. Brown, and the dunk by Brown.
And really, Brown is astonishing when he takes it inside. The defense does not know what to do with him.
Cleveland's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Osman, the pass to Henson. Basket counts. Henson's got 6 in the quarter.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Now Walker, 8 points for him. Now here's Tatum. Back to Walker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Left side Williams. Shot from 16. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Here's Osman. And here is Henson. Pass to Osman. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for Boston. Floats it up for Williams.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Well, Cleveland shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Robert Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. Both teams deciding to change it up. Nance dishes to Garland. Passes it to Porter. Three-pointer. Poirier grabs the miss. Boston's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Pass to Wanamaker. And it's off from three-point range. The Cavaliers shooting a pretty brutal 29% since the break. Garland the pass to Nance. Dishes it to Garland. 5 on the clock. Here's Porter and Hayward with the block. One-on-one here. Here's Wanamaker, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Garland? He's putting up about 12 points a game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders. When he is in the game, a great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And the first one drops. And he makes both free throws. Dellavedova with the ball.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
He dishes it to Porter. Looking to get it going. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 8 from the charity stripe here tonight.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group, only around 75%.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Boston's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. To the inside, stolen by Dellavedova. Here's Garland. No good. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And still, he's scoreless. Boy, they could use just a little bit of help from him. And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, Cleveland shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Nance against Williams. Williams with the block.
A main staple in Williams' game, that sixth sense for when to rise up and deter those shots. And who doesn't love stats? Here are some numbers for Nance. First in shooting percentage, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And you're right, he's been the pinnacle of scoring efficiency. Never seems to take a bad shot. That's why he's tops in field goal percentage. The first one falls.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And the Cavaliers with possession here. Here's Dellavedova. Down low. Here's Zizic. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got 3 assists tonight. And so Wanamaker will bring it up for Boston. He kicks it to Brown. The pass to Hayward. It's stolen by Nance. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break and block. That one goes careening off the glass. Here's Hayward. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hayward's got 6 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here is Porter. After Gordon Hayward's bucket, back to Zizic. There's the dish to Porter. 6 to shoot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Second free throw, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
To the inside. Tipped away. 1:14 left to play in the third. Dellavedova, the pass to Porter. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. Porter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good smart timing from Dellavedova off the pick, waiting for the perfect moment to deliver the pass.
Here's Wanamaker. He has 6. Floats one, and it's Zizic with the rebound. The Cavaliers shooting pretty terrible here in the 3rd quarter at around 30%. Oh, Nance in position. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
Cantor, he's checked in for Robert Williams. Nance outside. He feeds it to Porter. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Here's Wanamaker, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. There's Brown with the 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got his 5th rebound in this one. Dellavedova from outside, and the last-second attempt doesn't fall.
And Brown just using his big body well on defense. A physical player who does a great job of bothering shooters.
And so it's Boston, leading by a full 31 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's listen into the huddle of Brad Stevens.
First things first down there, we're getting great looks. We've had back cuts that have been open. You guys have cut them, gotten good looks. Keep shooting with great authority.
Well, he's absolutely loving the offensive execution.
Coach Stevens is really motivating this group right now. The offense looks like a well-oiled machine.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. They've got Ogilvy, also Williams out there, and it's Langford in at the 2-guard spot. That's the Boston 5. Now, here is Knight after Romeo Langford's miss. Knight looking it over. Pass to Porter. 5 to shoot. The three-pointer, no good.
One made 3 formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. A lot of missing stats from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, any players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, wow, I didn't know that guy was that good, or he's better than I thought he was?
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Will Chamberlain
yes,
and think, what was that guy doing?
Yeah.
And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Will Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with a three-point line.
Can you imagine that?
You got to be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players, too, that also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in, that we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even someone as recent as Jordan, with the rules the way they are now.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
With the openness of the floor and what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly. Ball stolen.
No doubt for me, the offense looks better in the second half. They've been able to dial down those turnovers, and that's been a huge help. Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
It's good. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Passes it to Ogilvy. Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And the call will be against Brad Wanamaker. That's foul number 2 for him. Outside Knight. Outside Porter. From the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
Trying more and more to utilize the three-pointer. It's a good idea. That's his second 3 of the game. 1 in each half.
Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Knight. Wanamaker, the pass to Langford. Back to Wanamaker. Pass to Langford. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Windler, the pass to Knight. Here's Windler. And there's a whistle. That goes on Romeo Langford. That is his first foul of the game. Left side, Porter. Banked in off the glass. Porter's got 9 points here in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Here's Langford. It's deflected. Outside Knight. Teardrop shot. Rebound Boston. Now here's Langford. Tight defense on him. Ogilvy kicks to Langford. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And I just watched Romeo Langford. And guys, he looks the part in every way. Big, smooth, great change of direction, and he can flat out score.
He's off on the first. And talking about Langford's ability to put up points, he has that popular step-back jumper, Greg, that's so difficult to defend.
Yeah, and you immediately think of James Harden, but a lot of guys use that step back. The one thing Langford does well, he gets to the rim where he can use all that length.
For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. And I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
Releases. Here's Wade. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, that after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good.
Well, Knight as a decisive guard can be much better than when he's out there thinking through plays.
Henson checked in for Ante Zizic. Knight hits them both. The Celtics have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Now the pass to Langford. Trying his luck from deep. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. And Porter, here we go. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Porter's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Wanamaker. Inside, here's Poirier. Gets an open look and hits.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Now Knight. And obviously some good players have taken less money for a chance at a winning championship situation. That's made some rich teams even better.
Well, you have to appreciate a player in that regard, thinking that the financial gains that he could have somewhere else and playing for a team that's not capable of doing what it is that you're trying to do, and that's win a championship, that they've decided, look, it's not about that for me. What it is about the experience of being around a team that elevates itself to being the best team in the league. And if you're fortunate enough at the highest level, Kevin, as a basketball player, to be around a championship, that experience sticks with you for a lifetime. So you do appreciate guys looking for those opportunities to be around a championship.
Here's Wanamaker. The Cavaliers making the shot. Passes it to Ojale. From deep three-point range. Good on the triple.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the defense collectively was thinking there. You got to know where he is at all times.
Cavaliers have gone 8 of 13 from the field since the start of the fourth, sinking the majority of their shots. Knight passes to Windler. And it's in there. Windler's got his first bucket in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Here's Wanamaker. He's guarded by Knight. Here's Ojale. No good that time. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. To the wing on the left. Here's Windler. Offline with his 3. The Celtics have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the fourth. Langford has the open look. The three-pointer is right on target.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Now here is Knight. Pass to Henson. Here's Windler. Back to Henson. And the pass to Windler. Just 5 to shoot. Wade kicks to Porter. Henson in the post. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, what I like here is Henson takes a good angle. That can make all the difference in forcing a foul.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Henson. Something Commissioner Silver has mentioned, Brent, the possibility of a mid-season tournament. You ever see that happening?
It would be interesting to see if that idea grows some legs here, Kevin, and adopting what it is that in soccer leagues in Europe have done for many years, because teams hone in on what those individual cups mean and the competition raises, and you earn something for the end of the year. If Commissioner Silver can find a way to get that done, it becomes very intriguing instead of an all-star weekend to have teams gather for a mid-season tournament with something on the line. Elevated competition.
Well, kids play that at high school. They play that in the college level. It would make sense that it could fit in the NBA as well.
It'd be interesting, and especially halfway through the year, to reinvigorate your fan base with something like that, I think would be great.
Good point.
in that first half, guys. They didn't shoot nearly as many threes as they have here in the second, trying to use that shot to stay in the game.
Now here's Walker. Pass to Cantor. Back to Walker. Outside, Smart. Walker goes in. Here's Tice. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Jason Tatum.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Here's a garbage time question, Brent. Why do some teams leave their star players in the game even though the game has either been won or lost?
Forgetful coaches? I mean,
no, it can't be that.
Well, I don't know if...
I mean, if you're leading by 35 points late in the game.
And the star player is still in the game.
Yeah.
Somebody's made a mistake with regards to the rotations. I mean, quite frankly, there's really no reason for guys to be out there at that time.
Yeah.
Early on in the season, it might be that the coach wants to start and play with certain guys, but as the season goes on, you just don't see that very much.
Now here's Tatum. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And this is going to be an asset for Tatum. His ability to get to the line, very good at using his body to draw contact.
And he makes the first. And so Tatum nails them both. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Exum dishes to Sexton. Back to Exum. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home. And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
Osman, the pass to Sexton. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Love kicks to Exum. 6 on the shot clock. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's Smart. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
And for people who would like to see Smart take fewer threes, that mid-range J is a welcome sight.
1:37 left in the fourth. Here's Osman, guarded by Smart. Pass to Love. Over Smart. The shot's good from Love.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
Hey, you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Jason Tatum.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Tatum. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Windler, defended by Tice. Takes it from 10. Count it.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
And the Celtics with possession here. The Cavaliers making the shot. Here's Poirier, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Zizic. Wade, right side. Knight, the bounce pass. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Here with Gordon Hayward. Gordon, great effort for you guys tonight, and you get the win.
We did. We guarded extremely well. All-around effort by everybody. Great game. I thought we really moved the ball. Great win.
Excellent inside-out defense, Gordon. Congratulations. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.